Ladies and gentlemen, Scott Davenport.
It's all about preparation. You think that's not preparation? You know, we have a saying, and obviously I'm not really wired this morning. It's only 9 hours and 45 minutes till we tip. That's okay. How'd you like to be in my shoes? We have a saying in our locker room that we never delay gratitude. I stole that from Skip Prosser. He's a tremendous coach that passed away 2 years ago tragically, and Skip, that was his favorite saying in the world, and we live by that every day, and so I want to thank you. But how neat is it that I'm sitting between Dr. Ramsey, who had an honor to work for at the University of Louisville, and our new mayor, who says, I'll be at the game tonight. You know, that's pretty cool. So I am thankful because I coach a tremendous group of young men. The mayor talked about jobs. You know, I'm 55, I've never had one. Don't laugh. You know, a vocation as a job. I've had an advocation. Now, I'm going to speak about my mother in a minute, but she always kept telling me, if you really just keep working hard, I have 2 degrees from the University of Louisville, 39 hours over my master's. She keeps, if you really just, maybe you'll grow up and get a real job, make something of yourself. But you know, just so you know a little bit about me, we have a walkthrough this morning at 11. Our players will report at 5 o'clock. You know, I'm not about negativity. Folks, it's out there. Just turn it on. Local, national, international. Unemployment. The economy, the stock market, gas prices, natural disasters. Look at Japan. We can find it anywhere. I don't have time for that. I don't want to coach a young man who comes in spending 4 of the greatest years of his life in college trying to prepare for the next 40 for him to be in a bad mood and be grumpy and grouchy. Go screw somebody else's day up. Get away from me. We don't do that. Negativity's everywhere. And you know, as I say, you're going to find bad news if you go reach and look for it. We're going to be okay. Like that new mayor's a star. We're going to be okay. Think about this. I lost my mother a little over 2 years ago. She was 89 years old when she passed away. She was born in 1918. 1918, when she was 11. Think about when you're 11. Think about if you have children 11, if you're around kids that are 11. Greatest time of your life. You're 11. We go into the Great Depression. She's living in rural Greene County, Kentucky. For those not here, just a little south west of Louisville, about 90 miles. She's the 9th of 13. They had nothing. They had nothing. She gets a 6th grade education. When she's 21, you think of that, 11 to 21. It's a pretty good time of life. What 21, we go to World War II. She marries at 17. My dad goes to overseas. She immediately goes to Detroit, then Brownsville, Texas to become Rosie the Riveter. Comes back with a 6th grade education and runs her own business for the next 40 years. And raises 2 children. My father passed away when I'm 9 years old on Halloween Day, 15 feet from me of a massive heart attack. And she runs her own beauty salon, very successful. And we think we have it tough? That my 2 sons, one's a graduate assistant at Xavier, the other one's has got a tremendous job at General Electric here in Louisville. Both are Bellarmine graduates. And they can come in my house and say, Dad, turn it to high def, channel 923. And she grew up in the Depression and World Wars, and they think they have it tough. You better go talk to somebody else. There's no reason for that. It's an amazing. You know, I recruit basketball players. And when I say about never delaying gratitude, I have to thank these guys. They're phenomenal. A year ago in May, graduation, 5 seniors, 6 degrees. Pretty good. Not bad. and they win. They get it. So I must thank them. But in recruiting them, what I tell them, you come to this university, use us. Use basketball. Do not walk away from here in 4 years saying they used you. Use basketball. Now, I recruit them because they can shoot, they can pass, they can defend, they can rebound. My goal to you, I don't want great players. I want extraordinary. Well, what separates them from being a great shooter to becoming extraordinary? It's those guys in my locker room, on that court, in the dorm, in the cafeteria, in class, who make others around them extraordinary. By making them better. See, I don't want a player who can just go out and make baskets. I want him to make somebody around him better. Think about your workplace. Think about your family. Every single day, if you make others better around you, it's pretty amazing. Because, you know, in the end, in our locker room, none of us are as good as all of us. Senior night, we always do a special shirt and they wear us. This year, I had the 4 seniors' names on the back: Steve Forrest, Jeremy, and I just forgot to say, JB, Justin. And it said, none of us are as good as all of us. Think of your family. Think of your workplace. If we all made others better. You know, I'm going to give you another goal. We all love to get paid. It's usually why we go to work. It's a good thing. But you know, in the era of direct deposit, it used to be kind of neat when they gave you a check. Like, I got it. Thank you. Oh, you took out this much. Never mind. But you know, now, when they give you that check and it's direct deposited, it's gone. You can't cash it twice. In the old days, when you signed it over to the bank and you deposited, it was gone. Wouldn't it have been nice to, like, cash it again? Like, you know, at the end of the first week, you know, that's gone. I wish I had another one of those. And you had another. Okay, I'm going to give you one. Here's your goal every day. Create emotional paychecks in your life. There's going to be, when you're 70, and I understand you're in the, you know, you're in dealing with people who are up in age. 70 years old. I told our players this last night. They're going to live 25,550 days when you're 70. It's a lot of days just gone. They're just gone. So when you're 70, what are you really going to remember? What's going to separate those 25,000 and change days? It's going to be days that are tremendous. I got hired at the University of Louisville on June 29th, 1995. I could tell you like it happened last night. It's one of the greatest days of my life. That was one of my goals in life. Grew up 5 blocks from that campus. So you got to understand, that emotional paycheck, I've cashed it 100,000 times already. My players tonight, they've got a chance to create emotional paycheck for them that when they're 70, they're never going to forget this day. Now, there's going to be tragic days. The loss of a parent. You know, a 9/11. There's going to be those days. So why would we not want to make our own personal paychecks that we can cash over and over and over for a lifetime? Grab onto those great memories. Grab onto those great days. Because, see, that's going to motivate us to want more of them. Like, if we get one tonight, we want one next year. Or maybe next Wednesday at the Elite Eight in Springfield, Mass. How about that? You know, it's the easiest game in the world to coach tonight. So how can you say that? Well, I know they're going to try their hardest. But you know what? It's the hardest game. You want this for them tonight. It's so bad. It's very difficult. You know, I'm a wreck because I'm a guy who can cry at a grocery store closing. So, I mean, because they're amazing guys. They're amazing guys. And you want it for them so bad. I know their parents have been there along the way. I know their teammates have, their girlfriends, their teachers. I get all that. But I've been with them every second since August 29th when we started individual instruction. And here they are. We're 29-2. We're ranked second in the country. And we got the opportunity of a lifetime to create an emotional paycheck that they'll never forget. When I took the job at Bellarmine University, Coach Pitino told me something when I left Louisville. He said, and I've got a huge picture of my office, the biggest picture of my office. And he says to me, he says, of Coach and I, and he says, and everybody said, what's he saying to you? He said when I left, he said, I want you to never forget this. You're going to coach young men that are going to call you the rest of your life. I know the type of school Bellarmine is. He's a little obsessive. Would you agree? He became obsessed. And he goes, they're going to call you after you coach them with their first job. As soon as they get engaged, they're calling you. As soon as they start their family, they're calling you. They get a promotion, they're going to call you. You know what? He was 1,000,000% right. And I got a late call last night. The very captain of my first team at Bellarmine, Matt Miller's driving in tonight from Chicago just to come to this game. Why would that mean so much to me? Matt Miller's first team was 14-13. I had one goal. My first meeting at Bellarmine, I threw the seniors out. We had 4 seniors. I threw them out of the meeting. And I said, they thought this guy's crazy, throw us off the team. I asked them to please leave the meeting. And I told every manager, every player, every trainer, every assistant coach, I said, let me tell you something right now. College is supposed to be the 4 best years of their life. And they won 9 games last year, 2 of them against the College Pharmacy in St. Louis, really not a quality win. No, don't laugh. Anybody from St. Louis? That's a true story. There's a school and they play. We won, and they went 14-13. And at the end of the season, I wrote Mo, Matt, Calvin, and Kyle on the board, and all I wrote next to them was winners. We were in Kenosha, Wisconsin. We had a 6-hour bus drive back, not a charter jet. That was the greatest 6-hour bus drive that took 5 minutes I've ever been on in my life. They sung, they danced, they watched bad movies, they ate, they had a ball just because they were 14-13. And now Matt Miller's driving in from Chicago tonight just to be here for this game. You know, if you don't embrace the emotion of your life, the emotion of coaching, the emotion of making others better, creating your own personal paychecks, you're cheating yourself. And that's the biggest crime we can ever commit. Don't cheat yourself. There's enough bad stuff. Forget all that. Go make great days. Go make great days. Now, I'm going to do this before I leave. I got a tip. We got some Bellarmine alum in the house. You got to be a little louder than that. I do want to acknowledge y'all. Thank you. Thank you again for the opportunity to be here. And you know, I'm not going to stop today. I mean, my day started off between Dr. Ramsey and Mayor Fisher. That's pretty neat. It's pretty cool. You know, I kind of like that. Thank you all. I know this. We're going to try our best tonight. Those kids are going to play their hearts out. Let's hope. If it's a late news tonight, if it's early news, if it's the media, I don't care. Let's see, at the end of the night, there's going to be 8 left in this country. 8. And that's our goal, not just to be one of the 8. Our team, we want to be one of the 8 together. We want to be it together, just like your workplace, just like your family. We want to be it together because I want everybody in our team making everybody in that locker room better tonight. Thank you all very much. Have a great time.